So we got to drop it like it's hot for the fourth must-have fish room accessory. And this is the one that if you don't have, could wreak havoc on your house and cause mold and damage and all sorts of terrible problems for you if you don't get this under control. I didn't have this for 3 months, and I didn't realize how bad my fish room was until I got this thing. I had a little small unit. So what is it? Let me just start there. What is this? It's a dehumidifier. That's right. So if you have hundreds of tanks or 30 tanks, I have like 30 tanks in my fish room right now, actually a little over, you're going to have a lot of humidity. Even though I have this in my garage, there's just tons and tons of humidity. So whether you have fish tanks in your garage or inside your house, you don't want that humidity to get too high and then cause mold throughout your house, cause things to rust. It can be a big, big problem. Definitely a real concern and something I definitely didn't even think about when I first started building this fish room, but it's a must-have. So this Costway unit has like 1.5 gallons of like reservoir tank. And as you can see, it's full. It's flashing red right now. And that means I got to go ahead and pull the tank out and replace it, dump the water out and get it started again. You can see the humidity in this room is at 70%. Ideally, we want to keep our fish room in that 50 to 60 range. That's a safe range to prevent mold from growing. So every single day, this thing pulls out 1.5 gallons of water. A couple ways to help prevent as much humidity inside your fish room. Make sure you have lids on all your tanks and your ponds. That will help reduce the amount of humidity. I also live in Tennessee, so we have pretty high humidity here as well. But you got to have a dehumidifier. I got this at Best Buy. I'll post a link in the description below. But this Costway unit does a really, really good job. Very happy with it. Pulls out a ton of water. Let me show you how much water I get out of this thing every single day. And like I said, this is how much water would be in the air if I didn't have this unit, which would wreak havoc and eventually cause mold in this fish room, and it would be game over. Let me show you real quick. There we have it. This is how much water I pull out of my fish room every single day. All right, let me go dump it out. Water's dumped out. Let's put this thing back in. And it will automatically start back up. Unit turned green, so it's running again. We're back up and running. And I have this set to get us back down to 60 degrees. All right, let's go to the next item.